Hello, this is Greg Allison, Green Greg's, coming to you on the 22nd May 22. I am on deck is 1600 hours Central Daylight Time. My friends, we are in a situation of a food apocalypse. Food apocalypse now. Guys, I've been warning you about this stuff for a couple of years, along with a couple of other prominent YouTubers like Christian with Ice Age Farmer and David Devine with 2030, was it DAP 2030? So we've been out here telling you for some time that the food situation would get really bad. Of course, there's been people on here saying, Greg, nothing you ever predict ever comes true. I've been hearing that for some time. But you know what? I usually don't really make predictions. I talk about trends and possibilities. But this is one thing I did say we had to watch out for. This is one thing I did say was going to happen. And it's happening now. And it's about to get a lot worse. In fact, there's a lot of articles out there. Now there's articles all over the place. There was a few lone wolves out here saying this was coming. Like I said, myself, David Devine, and Christian over at the Ice Age Farmer. But now it's all over the media because now it's inescapable. Now you see it when you go to the grocery store. Hi, Nicole. So we're live with this broadcast tonight. So I'll have a chat room. I'm going to kind of go through a few things and I will return to the chat and check the messages. But guys, and this is very late for me to do a video, but I've just been really busy. It's hard for me to find time to do videos, but I have just so happened to have gotten this computer reset up. I wasn't able to do videos for a while. Top of the morning, new days. How you doing, Katie? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to share screen and we're going to go through a few things here. Hello from Tote, I can't pronounce that, California. Hey, Arnold. Arnold, how you doing, buddy? Late again, but I made it. You're late. Well, I just started. I'm late. Okay, guys. So let's talk about this. The food apocalypse now. Oh, yeah. Thank you. I'm glad you ordered from True Leaf. We'll talk about that. Through your link. Thank you, Debbie. Appreciate that. And that's what you need to do right now with this food apocalypse. I'm going to share some screens with you guys, and it's going to kind of blow your mind. Some of the articles that's out there right now about this topic. There's some crazy things, guys. So we all know, of course, there's a war with Ukraine. There is the limitation supplies, the supply chain breaking down. But this, guys, that was just the beginning. We were talking about this before that happened. That's just throwing fuel on a fire that was already burning, and now it's burning hotter. Hi, Catherine. How you doing? Tim Casper. Let me go into this article share. I got to get my main screen back here, guys. Hang on. All right, we're going to share screen. And, oh, it's not showing on this. What is happening? I just got reloaded Zoom. Oh, I don't like this. Oh, I think it's taking my whole screen. That's odd. This is very different. So what used to show applications? Let's see here. Yeah, I've reloaded Zoom. I've reloaded several other things. Maybe advanced will be better. No. Files. Ooh. Okay, they've redone this. I reloaded my Zoom. I've reloaded everything up. So I basically got a different computer here, guys. And it is acting different. Okay, so it's going to show the whole screen here. All right. It is what it is. So hang on, guys. We are going to, I'm going to have to minimize that window. Come over to this one. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Yeah, used to just show an application. Now it's showing the whole screen. Okay, well, that's a whole different banana than what I used to do. Pardon me. I'm just redoing some of this stuff. But I hope y'all can hear me okay. Now, I am going to put this on my laptop so I can follow the chat room there. I'm just going to have to hit refresh and bring up the chat room while I go through these screens. So for those of you that are just joining me and, kind of curious what we're doing here, bear with me a second because I am going to get all into this article, but I've got to do the, get set up for the proper screen here. I'm going to mute this over here so it don't make sound. Okay, very good. Now we're into it. Here you're fine, Rocket Man. Yeah, I'm fine. I have just been busy as all get out. Okay, guys, here we are. Look at this. Look at this article. A food insecurity expert. That's interesting. I've heard of food security experts. A food insecurity expert predicts that there's only 10 weeks of wheat supplies left in the world as the Russian invasion disrupts production. I think that's probably a little bit over dramatic. I have a hard time believing it's just 10 weeks. In fact, I don't believe that's accurate, but I believe it is limited, very limited. 10 weeks would be catastrophic. And maybe we are in a catastrophic situation, but I don't think that's the answer quite, but I think they're on to something. But just to give you an idea of what we're facing. So I've been a lone wolf crying along with a couple of other YouTubers for a few years about this, but look at this, guys, 10 weeks. So there's other wolves that seem to be crying louder than us now. But anyway, up here in the Virginia mountains, says David, well, good for you. That's a good place to be. I'm kind of late tonight, says you don't know me, mine. Well, I'm kind of late tonight. Yeah, okay, that's what you're saying. Yeah. Hopefully, we'll try to make this quick. I got several tabs to go through, but we'll try to make it pretty quick. So this talks about, Ukraine is having problems just planting their crops. I mean, they're in war. Special operations, as Vladimir Putin calls it. But they're just not able to really plant their crops this year. Not like they have. And what crops they plant are probably going to be for their own people, and their own people may be starving this year. Exports, well, their ports are under attack. The only port that they've got left to export grain from is Odessa, and it's under attack. And with the Russian Navy in the Black Sea, anything coming out of there is going to be very imperil. But worse than that, insurance companies are not going to insure that the boat's going in and out of there. And so it's going to be hard to find operators that'll take a boat to go in there and get grain supplies under a base that's under attack when the insurance company is not going to cover the sinking of their ship. Ships are very expensive. Captains will not, and operating ship operators, shipping companies will not want to be going in and out of Odessa. They might occasionally if the price is high, but I doubt there's going to be anything to ship anyway. And these ports are coming under attack. So as we know, Ukraine was a breadbasket of, they claim in here, the world's breadbasket. Well, it is to many countries. It definitely is to Europe and a lot of the Middle East, actually. A lot of the Middle East has been reliant on food from Ukraine. And of course, there's Russia too. Together, they provide about 30% of the grain, this grain available to the world, plus sunflower oil coming out of, or was coming out of Ukraine. So you better find ways to supplement your oils otherwise. So 10 weeks, that is pretty stark. And of course, Russia's been accused of using food as a weapon. Well, holy smoke, because they're not getting fertilizers and fuel costs are so much higher now. And plus the food's not coming out of probably either Russia or Ukraine. Okay. A lot of countries are banning exports of the foods they have. So the whole supply chain is getting far worse shape than it ever was. And here's an article that says the banks collapsed in 2008 and our food system is about to do the same. And so let's see, something is going badly wrong and has been escalating rapidly. The current surge in food prices looks like the latest sign of systemic instability. So it's not just going bad, but it's escalating. That means that the inflation rate in food will not be linear, but it will go up faster. And that's why we got to challenge some of the predictions the USDA and others are making right now about food inflation. And it's talking about how many undernourished people there are in the world. This article really says that, we were going good until about, 2015, and then the trend went worse in terms of food supply, even though at that time prices were down. But they say this is because of systemic things, basically in the way the supply chain worked in the food supply chain world. And they talk about how scientists model this in nodes with connections between the nodes, and the nodes, it says, are like knots in an old-fashioned net. Yeah, that's how you do a node. And a node is like a point, and then you got all the other lines leading in out, and they're all connected. And the nodes they use is the function and all the interconnection. Yeah, I know how that works. It's something we've done many times in modeling things. But this talks about the fragility of the system. They already had recognized that we had fragilities in the system, but now all at once you see what's happening. We've got shocks. It was getting bad according to this article before the stuff that we're seeing took place. which some of us already knew about. It's even before the pandemic and but so 90% of the global trade is controlled, and food is controlled by 4 corporations. That's one of the problems here. This is how the whole thing is structured, because these corporations have been buying stuff up more and more. Globalism, as you might have it. Globalism, I tell you all the time, you fight globalism with localism. Spend your dollars locally. How many times have I said, plus grow your own food? I say that, oh, I've been saying that for a long time. You can't rely on these supply chains. We can't rely on these vulnerable choke points that are in it. That's what was happening to us. As you can see here, there's just all kind of issues with it, all these different nodes and whatever they call it. But here's something else of interest. Just 4 crops: wheat, rice, maize, and soy. Get this: wheat, rice, maize, and soy make up 60% of the calories grown by farmers. Let's let that sink in a minute. Well, what's significant about that? You know, this is the worst stuff in the world you could eat. This is what gives us our white flour, all our yucky corn syrup, and all the processed food junk that we have in our diets. What is wrong with us in the world today is we're eating too much of this junk. We've changed our diet to breads, white flour, stuff with corn syrup in it, soy. These things are poison to us. We don't need any of this mess in our diets. Carbs, soys, you know, what we ought to be eating is vegetables, fruits, meats, real meat, not fake meat owned by the Gates of Bill. They come from patents held on the hill. We don't need that. Jack and Bill fell down the hill, you know, something like that. So we need none of their business. And look, they're also now, as we're learning, putting a lot of nanites in this processed food. We don't know what that's going to do to our systems, our cytoplasm. It's a foreign object and it's just floating around in our cellular cytoplasm. I call it monkey wrenches in machine works. We don't need that. 60%, guys, that is way too much. You realize I have often told you that you can grow up to 7,000 pounds of food per year on a 1/10 of an acre. An American adult requires, you know, about 976 pounds of food per year. Literally, if you do it right, as Jason Avers and I have talked out with beans and various crops, you can have a balanced meal grown on a 1/10 of an acre to feed 4 adults. Or as you know, the Gervais family in Pasadena, California, I've done 2 videos with them, grow enough food on a 1/10 of an acre to feed them, except for the grain products that they're still consuming, but they sell from that 1/10 of an acre and make their living doing that. They've supported 4 adults. Well, the father is now passed away, so it's the 3 children, but they are still living off that. So my friends, with just the lawns in North America, if we can get rid of our homeowners association, which is 42 to 47 million acres, we could feed over 2 billion people. So this whole thing, we got too many people. It's a sham. We just don't have the right systems in place. We're not thinking right. This whole food shortage that we're facing is crazy. It's stupid. It's because we have relied on the corporations, the big corporate farms. We become reliant on processed food. We become reliant on poison food. Poison food. This stuff we ought not be eating. The white flours, the sugars, the corn syrups, the soy. Just what we don't need. We don't need more soy boy. We need, you know, like in the days of John Wayne and the Old West, when men are men and women are women. Wouldn't that be nice to have that in the world again today? Okay, now I'm really going to take some flack for that, right? Holy smoke, guys. That's girl says, it's raining in Texas. Yeah, we're having thunder out here. Thank you, sweet Jesus. Yeah, I've been here in thunder. We got a little rain today here. It's been dry here too. Yeah, we got 40 billion going over there. So it appears. But anyway, I just wanted to sit here. They're talking about cascading failures, all the problems we can see in the food system, how it's breaking down. Guys, this is serious stuff. It's real. This is coming out in many articles talking about, yeah, in the 1930s. Guys, the Russians starved the Ukrainians back then. So there's been no love between those people for some time. Well, not, there's been, say, limited love. Guys, that's why you need to go to Tree Leaf Market. You can find links to Tree Leaf Market in most of my videos. This is a company that you can get heirloom seeds from to plant and get the same crop back. Heirloom, open air pollinated. I get my microgreen supplies all from Tree Leaf, by the way. And you can get supplies, even caps. Yeah, they got a whole lot of stuff in here, guys. It's amazing variety here at Tree Leaf Market. Garden seeds. Plant in your garden. It's the most important thing you can do. Grow food, but you can grow food also in your house if you don't have other room with the microgreens. So tons of really good stuff here, guys. So I can find the chat room. I will put a link in if I can find the chat room. Here we go. There's a link to Tree Leaf Market. Check this link out, guys. If you use this link, it won't cost you a cent more than going straight to their website, and it helps me and my channel out. So please use that link if you're going to Tree Leaf Market. One of you just said earlier that you've done that. Pretty hot in India. Amen to that. It's pretty hot in India. It's been hot enough here. All righty. So we'll go off Tree Leaf Market. Let's look more at this stuff. Skipping mills and shrinking portions. Brits being warned of apocalyptic food prices. I suppose at this hour we've got quite a few Brits in the chat room already, do we not? We got Jason from Alberta in Canada. We've got New Days Always from Maine in here. I'm assuming we got some Brits in here. Finally, Greg is back. Yeah, Taz, I'm working on getting back. See, my computer has been down. I've had it in the shop for a week and for several days, and then I had to work on it to get the software back up to snuff. And I'm just now getting some of these things adjusted and working the kinks out. Run Boy, what's wrong with the fresh garden grown soybeans? Well, soy just has stuff in it, guys, that you know, it's what it mimics estrogen. Soy has hormones, enzymes that are estrogen mimickers. We don't need that in our diet, especially us guys. It's hard on us guys. So New Days, you tell them about that. I bought 300 pounds of organic red wheat berries from an LDS cannery and hand crank wheat mill from the Amish. Not wanting to plant, but I may have that too. There you go. So there we go, guys. So let's see, what tab am I on right now? Let's go over here. So yeah, so the Brits are worried about apocalyptic food price rises. This is what's got the Brits worried, guys. Apocalyptic. And it may be worse over in England, where they're more reliant on Ukraine and Russia for grain, because they're not getting that now. But the poorer countries in the world are going to suffer the most. African food prices soaring amid Ukraine war. Drastic impact on Africa. See, these poor people were already in trouble, guys. But you know what? We're having huge inflation here too. In Kenya, about 1/3 of imported wheat comes from Russia and Ukraine. Well, in Egypt, it all comes from there. If y'all may remember the color revolutions in the Mideast a few years ago, they started from food prices and food inavailabilities. And I'm hearing it's going to be worse this time around there than it was when all the color revolution started in the Mideast before. So yeah, food rights. Where are we having food rights? There's already food rights. We've had food rights in Peru, and we've had food rights in Sri Lanka over cost and availability of food. We can expect that to spread. Check out what New Day says about soy. What does soy make, men? Yeah, and we're being stuffed with soy. We are soy boys. Wow. Kenya's a you know, well, it's still a third world nation, but it's a lot more developed than a lot of countries in Africa. And Kenyans are really smart, hardworking people. Don't doubt that for a minute. All right. Think food prices are high now. Get ready to pay even more. Well, what they're using here is a USDA projection for food inflation through the rest of the year. This is the USDA's estimates. And let me tell you, the USDA is trying to be moderate. The USDA don't want to get people excited. The USDA wants to keep the panic down. I don't think these numbers match what we're really going to see. Fats and oils are to go up to 8.5%. Sugars and sweets, we don't need that, 6%. Produce, 5.5%. That's what you need. Dairy, 6.5%. Seafood, 5.5%. Meat, 5.5%. You know, do you believe that? Do you believe that's all we're going to see this year? Eggs, 6.5%. Poultry, yeah, we're understanding we're getting rid of a lot of poultry due to the bird flu, 5%. This is the price increases are expecting this year on top of what we've already had. Guys, it's going to be worse than that. So here they're talking about where they're already 8.5% in 21. So, you know, what makes them think it's going to be, you know, so much better this year? They're wrong, because we know what's going on with the availabilities of fertilizers, the prices of fertilizers, the price of fuels, price of seeds, all the inputs, all the parts, everything that the farmers today got to use to produce all that nasty stuff I told you was poison we shouldn't be eating in the first place. But that's the basis of most of our food. But even the vegetables are going to cost more too. Everything that requires tractors and everything else that's being used. It didn't have to be this way. Hey, Ultimate Corgi, you listen to oh shoot, what's that channel? Oh shoot. Yeah, Chris Martinson. What's Chris Martinson's channel name? You listen to Chris Martinson. It didn't have to be this way. It's what he says all the time. I love his channel. Peak Prosperity. Chris Martinson. He says that all the. It didn't have to be this way. It didn't have to be this way. And he started saying that with respect to the bug that went around. It didn't have to be this way. And he's been right. Each is fine. The Brits got Australia. That's why they call it. Yikes. Okay, guys. By the way, don't have to worry. We got plenty. What are we worried about? We got plastic to eat. You know, you eat a credit card worth of plastic each week. What's there to worry about? There's plenty of plastic. We're eating more and more plastic. According to this, I mean, I imagine when you drink a plastic water bottle, you're getting some of that right out of the water bottle. I mean, haven't you ever tasted plastic with a water bottle? So never fear, plastic's here. We got plenty to eat. Yeah, and what's this do? It also feminizes men. More estrogen mimicking chemicals there, new days, old ways. So that's maybe that's what's going on with men today. Oh yeah, my friends, this is even more reason to go to my Patriot Supply. Go to prepwithgregs.com. Prepwithgregs.com. Oh, we got a special. Looks like the deals are about to end. I don't know if that's really about to happen, but they got a clock going here. But right now you can get $150 off a 3-month supply of food. It's 2,000 calories a day. Deals that keep hunger away. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Hey guys, that's make you a winner because you also get desserts. You know, it may not be the cheapest. It may not seem all that cheap right now, but it's going to be a bargain 25 years from now if you hold on to it. Food inflation is going to be so much. This will last you a long time. The cool thing about this is you can bury it. So when they come knocking on your door looking for what you got, they won't find it. Because these buckets are awesome. They got pouches inside. You can bury this stuff and hide out with it. Well, let's see. My map is expired. Here we are. Let's check out the latest in the storm. We got storms out here. I'm hearing thunder. I guess this is what I'm hearing right now. We got storm line here. This one seems to have broken up. I'm glad to see that. We're going to look at some weather here in a little bit. We'll branch this out. We got a weather system in our country right now. Put the button here. Anywhere you see bows in this thing, you got to worry. Oh, some pretty intense storms there. I'd worry about this area here, southern Arkansas. I'd worry about this area here, just past through Lufkin. That kink might have something going on. I'm not a weatherman, believe it or not. I'm glad this broke up, so maybe I won't see the worst of it unless it starts scurrying north. Later, these things come through at night or in the wee hours of the morning, the less intense they are because they don't have as much sunlight to drive the heat and keeps the engines going to power these storms. That's the good news. So let's go over here and look at this. So we're going to change. Now, we talked about the food situation. Oh, yeah, guys. Right now, the day is the 22nd. If you've not already, go to my channel and click videos. If you've not already done this, stop the World Takeover with James Rogowski. Check this video out. There's several action steps. Ignore the commercials. I don't know, you might want some of the stuff in commercials, who knows. But go in here and check out the action steps where we talk about things that you can do to stop this takeover. Yeah, look at it. It's about sending emails back there. Last thing. Oops, where was it? Just saw it earlier a minute ago. A lot of action steps in here, things you can do. Now, also, there's an alert out on freedomrestorationfoundation.org. All right, enough of that. So let's go here to Wendy. We're going to do some of our usual things that we like to cover. We just looked at some of the storms that's coming in. You can see kind of roughly, this is the area of the storm line right here. You can see how the winds are coming up and shifting around. It's pretty darn warm down here. Look, that's pretty cool up in that area, though. Phoenix 80. Well, that's not surprising, even at this hour. That's what it's like up in Alberta. 44 in Fort McMurray. 41 Alberta. Edmonton. Calgary's 37. Fairbanks 57 degrees. Wow, heat wave. Dawson City 50. All right, Arnold Schmidt, what's your temperature right now? So who we have here from Britain today or Australia? We got any Aussies in the house? We got New Days from Maine. Well, it's warm over your way. Interesting story. Oh, 50s in Great Britain. See, I've been seeing 80s down here. Yeah, 100 right smack dab in the middle of India. 102. 106. Now, guys, that's hot. 106. 106. Wow. 100 up here. Wow, so this is getting up in the Himalayas. 98 up here. Wow. Good grief. Hot, hot. All right, we'll back out. We'll check out Australia. We should be going into the winter time real soon. Autumn there now. All right. Nice autumnal temperatures. Yeah. Check out Snowflake. $61 degrees in Snowflake. What is it right? Yeah. Warmer here than Snowflake, probably about 73 degrees. All that's 73. England will get colder soon. Might do it. That's one reason you might want to buy the stored food. Grand Southern minimum hits hard, you might be really well to have that, or if we get a nuclear winter. El Paso is rocking and shocking as usual. Probably the valley, what do you call that valley? It's the Long Valley Caldera there. San Diego Plate. Got a lot of stuff going on. Space weather. What's going on in space? Well, some big sunspots right here, my friends. They could hurl something at us. Chances for flares. Big sunspot. AR 3014, which is this one right here. Let's hit that. That's 3014. That's a huge sunspot complex. Oh, look, somebody got a video from the ground of Starliner and International Space Station. A 40% chance of M-class affairs, 5% of X-class. Of that big sunspot. AR 3014. Guys, you can watch this thing fly over. And I have watched spacecraft approach and depart from these things. I did a video on my Galactic Grids channel. I showed live while this was taking place on Galactic Grids. Go check that out. That's behind that. Where's my cursor? There it is. Oh, we got some strong aurora activity. Check that out. You're in Alaska or up here in Canada, Canadian shield. We've seen some strong activity. Not a lot of asteroids on the near Earth encounter list for this month, next month. Nothing projected to be coming particularly close. That's the good news. Now this one's over a kilometer in diameter. But it's going to miss us by 2.6 lunar distances. For some, no, I got it wrong. 10.5. Way out, guys. It's not coming close to us this time around. I've seen articles. This asteroid is going to skim Earth. No, it's not. That's over 25 million miles away. Earth's 8,000 miles in diameter. So that's a huge miss. And that's the good thing. Oh yeah, by the way, do come in here to also greengrapes.com. You can watch a lot of my other videos in here. Particularly, you might want to check out the wild edibles and medicinals right now with all the greens propping up. Worm videos, gardening videos. A little better organized here. It might be easy to find some of these and skimming through my channel. Alrighty, guys. By the way, probably need to do a separate video on this. Check this out, guys. Woman claims she's sick after carrying a hissing monkey that captured in a Pennsylvania truck crash. Oh. 3 monkeys euthanized after crash near Danville. Guys, what's going on? This anything got to do with the pox? Tell me. Highly, highly interesting, all things considered, right? I think I'll do a separate video on that. All right, guys, I'm going to go read through your chat notes. Oh, excuse me. Got the yawns. All right, what's everybody saying? Yeah, W ordered from True Leaf Market. Let me put that link in here again. I think that's the True Leaf Market link. Rob Cock, hello from Indiana. Hippie Hermit, hello. I read some of those comments already. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Amen. Thank you for that, Katie. Yeah, give me some thumbs up, guys. We got 96 in the room and only 60 thumbs up. It already helps me with the algorithms. The algorithm has no rhythms. Yeah, wheat seed for sale on the website. Yeah, there's some you can raise microgreens with there. Yeah, I hope it's not short either. There's some stuff that does grow pretty fast, especially squashes. Winter squash, not so much. They take a lot of time, but summer squashes grow pretty quick. How you doing, Einstein's mom? Catherine, my garden season is low. Already read. That's one I read. Acceleration, you're right, Arnold. Oh yeah, the baby formula business. Yeah, it's a whole nother wrinkle on what we've been talking about. Oh, Scott, garden season got postponed by snow last night. Must be grand solar minimum snow. Let's see. Indica Farmer Stephen Gregg, can you please go on the APEC conference? I know. Oh, that's already passed. Oh, that's 20. Oh, this is for next year. Okay. All right, there's that. I'm always going to look at that. Let me go ahead and finish reading the chats. Hey, hello. Go to the chat room here. All right. Stouffer's is not food. Yeah, neither is McDoodles, right? Soy is not food. There you go. Southern Indiana, we have some gas stations that cannot get gas delivered. Oh boy. Yep, it's happening, guys. Supply chain is wrecked. Yeah, control the people. You're right, Katie. Kissinger, that's what he said. He controls the food, controls the people. Cutting out breads. Good choice there, Oak Tree. Spies Kissinger. Nikki's Nook. Hey there, Nikki's Nook. Run boy. What's wrong with fresh nut? Yeah, I already mentioned that. Oh, Alan, minimum wage not eating much. I bet not. Bless your heart. That's true. I think it beats the wheat there. You don't know me, Mom. Raining in Texas. Oh, way to go, that girl. Oh, that girl's a TV show. Catherine, you may have to make your own compost. There you go, Jason. Export all the soy to China. Let them be soy boys over there. President G. There you go, Jason. Amen to that. All right, 23 Angels Fly. Oh, wow, that's sad. Nikki's nut heat and radiation from the sun. Did I ever think I'd live to see famine in the 21st century? I'll be honest, never did. Robots, yeah. Food industry collapse. We thought we were past that. Well, as long as I knew the power grid could go down, I knew we had issues. And I always knew our globalist supply chain was very fragile. Talked about that for some time. And, you know, over maybe 3 years ago, I did videos talking about the fragility of this whole system in the world today. And I based it on story I Pencil. It's one of my old videos. My canned whole tomato has not gone up 1 cent. About the one you can yourself there, Jason? We can eat bugs. Which ones? Eat moths, mealworms, must eat grub worms. Grub worms are full of dirt. Actually, they eat on roots. All right, let's see here. So it has ISO flavorons. There you go. It has on some new berries. Okay, it's getting late. We have to go through this chat here. Oh, you love the Starliner live feed. Well, thank you. Thank you. I was actually out of the house when that was being broadcast. But part of it was I had to pack my vehicle for the farmer's market, which I didn't get to do a video from this morning because I got behind. Hey, Princess Leah, thank you. We got a super chat. Yay! May the 4th be with you. Thank you there, Princess Leah. 99 cents. Hey, that counts. That helps. That little bit helps like that, guys. Really helps. Surprise up here in Minnesota. There you go, Lady Casca. Well, we got 88 in the room. That's pretty good for this late time. Ace, I'm doing pretty well if I can stay awake. Coffee is low. Wow, I'm getting a freeze here in my video. I'm showing on this channel. What's going on? It's odd. Hard to get the freeze button on it. Let's go down the chat room here. I know where to hunt deer and wild turkey. Well, that'll do you for about 4 weeks. Wild deer and turkey are going to get wiped out completely in very short, just a few weeks. I mean, just a handful of weeks. They'll be totally wiped out. You gotta remember that stuff got wiped out in the Great Depression when our population was much smaller and there were far fewer hunting nugs. All insects ain't survival food or edible. That's true. I said you can eat, you know, you don't want to eat stink bugs. Brightly colored bugs are usually poisonous. Here to support my men. All right, Princess Leia, I appreciate it. So moths are edible. Butterflies probably too, but what a shame. Yeah, if they're bright colored, I wouldn't touch them. They got a stink to them, I wouldn't touch them. Mealworms are edible. If you see birds eating a particular bug, you can probably eat it. I pass by my abandoned greenhouse frame on my way every week. Uh-oh. Yeah, it's easy to have a greenhouse destroyed. I got to redo mine. I discovered Chris Martinson in February 2020, then forgot his name, then rediscovered him this year. Yeah, I've been watching him for some time. Peak Prosperity is a very interesting channel. King Corn. Okay, unknown vector, you're right. Susie Q, how you doing? Right, Sophia, the world has gone crazy. That's the truth. I think it's going to get crazier as all this stuff unravels, though. Right, Jason, we have them for a reason. Winnipeg has tons of deer in the city and wild turkey. Well, that might be true today. That might be true for, but you know, look, most of the stuff's going to get wiped out. Glass is more kosher. That's true. You don't need drinking plastic. But storing food in glass, if you bury it, that ain't gonna work. You're gonna need something more pliable, like these buckets I showed you from the Truth Market. Oh, you got some tobacco seeds. Okay, Dovey. Just don't mix the tobacco with your nightshade plants, because tobacco mosaic virus will kill them potentially. I don't think we will see normal again for a while. You're right, 23. Angels, if I said it, angels iffy. Angels Sapphire. I don't know. How you pronounce that? So is soy okay for older women? Could be, Susie Q. Could be. John in the spirit, I'm having to dry land the milo and later winter wheat. Going on faith and rain will come. Okay. So how much? John, you're growing a lot of wheat, milo? Yeah, interesting. Monkeypox showed up just in time, and like I said, what happened to stuff was wrecked. Yeah, it's just strange, guys. I did that video. I asked y'all to take action about the that's not just a treaty. It's a lot of rules and regulations are passing. That's what you really got to watch. That's why you need to watch my Rodolphe show on showed you earlier. How much soy can you eat before it really affects your testosterone? All right, well, there it is. She put the article in there. She asked and she provides too. Good question, Catherine. Well, you vote for people that voted in, but you're right. Supposedly today, but I think they're just getting together today. Today's Sunday. I expect they're gathering today. I don't expect them to start voting until tomorrow. Amen there, John. I hope everybody gets rain without damaging the weather. Talking to W, but we all need it. Oh, soy's not good for women no matter what age, says Nikki Snook. There you go. I think you're right. It's probably not the kind of estrogen you would normally have anyway. Using it for your iced coffee. GMO soy, we know the GMO stuff's bad for you, but just the soy itself. Storms have been dropping tornadoes right beside you. So still dropping them, Dovey? Or are we past that now? What's up, old Greg? Says fire when ready. There you go. Yeah, I just went through a litany of articles about, hey, we still got more people joining. Looks like we got 107 now. But we're way behind on thumbs up. Use some more thumbs up, folks. Let's see here. 107 joining on the 81 thumbs up. Help me out, guys. Amazing that even at this late hour, we're getting a pretty good crowd in here. So I'm just going through the chat room right now. We've already went through a bevy of articles. If you're not seeing them, you want to go back and check out the articles we just went through. Replay the video from the beginning because I'm talking about the food apocalypse. It is serious right now. Yeah, we had some earlier blow through and we didn't get much rain. Looks like it may happen to us again. It's too soon for sunspots to be that close to the equator. Jason, you're right. This may be a very short cycle. Last cycle was short. And then I posted some papers that suggested that short cycles lead to intense cycles. So this is interesting. Princess Leia, I don't know where you get your delusions, laser brain. Had a quote from Star Wars, I bet it is. Greg, can I attract worms to my property like a butterfly or moth? Yeah, put a lot of compost down, a lot of leaf litter. That'll help do it. If they're in your area to be attracted. What about the one that says pray for your flight and not in the winter? Wolfman Jackal. Well, it might be poor and getting evicted, but I ain't giving up. There you go. Don't give up. Morning, Carmine. How you doing? Only one way. Oops. Hey, Cha-Cha, I see you're in the room. Let me scroll back. I'm losing my place here. Wow, a lot of cheddar. Long pork. Yeah, that's all they're going to be able to hunt. It's long pork. Two-legged pork. That's what they're going to be eating after all the wild game's gone in a matter of 3 or 4 weeks. It'll take long for that all to get hunted out these days. They did it pretty fast in the Great Depression with simple rifles they had then. 40 degrees in Minnesota. Okay, Lady Casca. That's right. Self-sufficiency is national sovereignty. You're right, Jason. Jason Smith and Arnold Smith, 79 ad. We had the Mount Venetius eruption of 79 AD. That's true. And same gas planetary alignment. Been eating as if it were a crisis to test myself. Very interesting there, Catherine. Ace, just trying to stay awake, buddy. I posted that years ago to warn people what's going to happen with their food 11 years ago. Well, there you go. All right, Susie Q. Nikki King, 77. Hi, Graves Novel. Thank you, Nikki. Good to see you. "50 degrees in Kansas City. I think these storms cooled y'all down. Rabbits reproduce well. Yeah, I've got some baby rabbits right now myself. Iron 3, says W. Ooh-wee. Meal replacement powders. Yeah, if that's all you got to eat, you're going to get tired of that for a while. You need something to chew on. Rats in the magnetic field. That's where our risk is, guys. Our magnetic field goes down. Any kind of solar flare could be very dangerous to our electrical grid. Rabbits will starve if you don't have fats. Interesting. Very good, lady. Greenhouse reinforced with geothermal. That's very good. Terry Cross says, the Lord showed me that an EMP is coming very soon. Prepare for medical needs. Well, Terry, I did videos several times with, hey, Princess Leia, well, thank you. $2 more. Lock and load, keep alive. Amen. Thank you. Thank you. I see the latest chat over here. I'm trying to catch up over here, though. Behind. But I'm almost down to the bottom. Polazon, mortar, and cement. Yeah, volcanic ash is used in Roman cement that they can pour underwater almost. Fast. How long? How are the big banks prepared for an EMP? No, they're not. Nothing is. That's how much data storage they have. All right, my Patriot has complete nutrition bars. There you go. That's right. Tastes good and filling. Okay, John, the fat spirit, appreciate that. Again, you can use my link. I'll post it in right here again. This is my, oh, it's gone because I typed in APEC conference. Yikes. Hey, New Days, can you jerk up my link for Truly posted in the house here? I'm building maggot bucket systems to feed my chickens and ducks. There you go, Lucy. Got to keep them happy. Dandelions and green tea. That's good there, Katie. Someone has to save our skins into the garbage chutes, fly boy. There we go. I remember that garbage chute scene. Want to be in there. I want to eat bug soup, says Terry Chris. There you go. No, only 7 acres here, Greg. 7 acres. Okay. Well, that's something. What about medications? That's why we've been talking herbals on this channel. Better save what you can when supply chain goes down. You're not buying anything else. That's just a roach that would throw out somewhere. Yeah, we don't want roaches. Breeding, so I'm just reading Lucy's farm. Breeding roaches as well for feed input in the winter. Well, chickens probably like it. Darn, they ought to be easy to breed. I just hate the idea of breeding roaches, though. That's right, Suzuki. There's so much going on. Yeah, it's like, how do you do a video when there's so much going on in the world? Crazy. Velvet beans, good for diabetes. Oh, says, I'm not a medical advice here. I'm just reading what somebody's saying here. There you go, foraging folk medicine. Yeah, I got videos on that on my channel, guys. All right, how much farther we got to go get the bottom here? I always do mine minute I come in, Greg. Okay, well, thank you. I wouldn't mind taking your hand. I will learn you. I will learn you. Princess Leia. Oh, yeah, all right, another book. All right, what is the world coming to? Well, Billy Kid, it's a mess. What can we say? We are in a pit. Hey, I made it to the bottom of the chat finally. Made it to the bottom. Tuesday is Soylent Green Day. Really? Why Tuesday? Yeah, by the way, Soylent Green was set this year. Mad Max was set, what, last year? But this is the year for Soylent Green. And don't we see it with the food supply? Holy smoke. Icky, I've also mine with you. Okay, all right, yeah. Cinnamon is the best way to lower your blood pressure. There you go. Well, I had a cinnamon muffin this morning. I sinned and had carbs, but I had cinnamon. Cinnamon, as the minions call it. Susie Q. Billy, words coming to new days. That's what's coming to. I know, Susie, I'm gonna look at their eyes. The ones acting crazy. I mean, yeah, black peoples. Oh, is Jason here? I missed Jason Avers. You know, like I mentioned him earlier in one of my videos, guys. I mentioned him earlier today. Jason and I did some videos talking about how to grow a balanced diet on a quarter of an acre, on a tenth of an acre to feed 4 people. Balanced diet. I don't see him in here. Let's put down the bottom. Peace music. Somebody was telling me that Impossible Burger with Soylent Green on it's close enough. It's nasty stuff. I won't have Have a great weekend. There you go, Jesse. In the fire tower. All right, guys, we're going to call it a night here. I am fried. I got to go. I got to get up in the morning. Lots to do. I just wanted to bring this to y'all about the food apocalypse. So if you're just joining late and you hadn't seen it, replay the earlier part of the video. I go through several websites and we talk about what's coming at us. So check it out. Yeah, it could be because they say here in the Gulf of Mexico, there's an extra warm plume of air, of water that's gone to the middle of the Gulf of Mexico. They say when that happens, you get a strong hurricane season out of the Gulf. So at least the Gulf, yes. May affect the Atlantic season too, because that means that the Gulf Stream will be warmer. Alrighty, guys. Fertilizer and fuel solutions, gardening on septic lines with Jason Avers. Now that's for the fertilizer. Yeah, that's one thing we'll do. There's another food video I did with him. Anyway, guys, we're gonna call it a night here. Pallets to unload. Yes, I got the pallets to unload. I'm hunting a buyer. The guy I thought was gonna buy them didn't, but I think I got another source or two. I go chase that down. All right, guys. 25 years and 3 rollover wrecks right in front, 6 months. Wow. Ah, John Spirit, you may be on something. All right, everyone. We're gonna call it a night here. So with that, I'm gonna say thank you for the super chats. Thank you, mods, for everything you're doing. Thank you all for watching, and thank you all for the thumbs up, the likes. That really, really helps. And with that, I'm gonna get my screen back. There we go. I guess these controls this time they've changed a little bit. So with that, I'm gonna say once again, thank you, everyone.